Piss Vinegar Day 172, chest day. This chest day is all over the place. It's just fluff and pump garbage. Like, I'm just trying to maintain what I can. And, next Thursday, if the surgery goes through, I probably won't be maintaining a hell of a lot of chest muscles on the left side anyway. Like, I'm trying to do stuff with my pecs today, with my left arm, but none of that's just gonna fly when the surgery happens. I gotta be really careful. Probably what I'll do is I'll just do a shit ton of isometrics when I'm just sitting editing videos, or maybe when I'm training clients. I'll just contract my chest and contract my shoulder and contract my back when I can, and just hope that isometrics allow for some muscle, maintenance. Theoretically, it makes sense. The theory would suggest that isometrics is technically all you need actually to build muscle, because at the end of the day, muscles, most of it is just coming from mechanical tension. But it's just I don't buy that one. I don't think there's going to be much muscle building, let alone muscle maintaining. But anyway, we'll see what I can do. I'll probably be able to do some manual resistance. As I said yesterday. Push against my hand and sort of do a bit of range of motion, because I think range of motion throughout movements is very important, rather than just doing a static hold. So I can, contract my chest against, have someone hold against my front delt, and then I can just push against it. Or, for my back muscles, just get like my girlfriend to push against my upper back, and then I retract my shoulders back and forth with manual tension. Just do everything I can absolutely do within my power to maintain muscle. I see a lot of people, when they get injured, they just straight up stop doing shit in general, and I think I go fucking crazy. Everything I'm doing right now is more experimenting to see what I can do with my right arm when I do get the surgery, so I can at least train my right side. And so, nothing too interesting with the training here, just light stuff, bit of kind of volume, fluff and pump garbage, because super paranoid about tears right now. Like, I'm having a hard time taking anything to failure, because when I'm doing these pec flies, I'm like, oh fuck, every time I get to that deep stretch, I'm like, is my pec gonna fucking tear off the bone, or is my bicep or my tricep, whatever. So I'm having a bit of a mental blockage with my training right now. Obviously it doesn't really matter, because I can't train hard anyway, but hopefully when I'm fully recovered in 6 months time, I won't have too much mental blockages stopping me from training to piss and vinegar failure. You have to get over that hurdle, and that's a hurdle a lot of people have to get over when they get injuries, is that fear of getting injured again. And then I've changed my diet, so I'm going carnivore for a bit. I want to trying to lower my inflammation as much as possible, get as much collagen and micronutrients as possible, and the best way to do that is go carnivore. So what's going to probably happen is I'm probably going to lose some sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which is going to freak me out even more, because I'm going to be losing muscle throughout this process. And that's fine. I'll probably get leaner looking, more dry, and hard looking. And then one day when I get back to baseline, I'll start bulking, and I'll increase the calories and put carbs back in to get all that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy rebound. But right now, I just want to go carnivore for a bit, do a sort of an experiment, detox myself, and just increase as much collagen synthesis as I possibly can when I get this surgery, because collagen synthesis, I can't even talk. Ever since I got injured, I can't talk properly. I don't know what it is. Anyway, collagen synthesis, I want that to be as high as humanly possible, and a good way of doing that is carnivore, and get all the micronutrients and stuff. I'm not going to be strictly carnivore. I'm going to be doing sort of what I consider a caveman diet, right? So I'll be eating meat and fruit, because I think that sugar is important. One of the things that these carnivore or keto people will oftentimes overlook is the fact that the process of protein glycogenesis, or switching, when you go into ketosis, your brain has to convert. Sorry, I'm so fucking tired. I'm literally talking with my eyes closed right now. I'm that tired. When you are in ketosis, your body still needs glycogen, and how it does that is it converts protein into glucose, and that process requires a lot of cortisol, and cortisol is catabolic and not good for your body. So I don't think it's good to just straight eat meat only. You can, as a human, do that, but I don't think it's a good idea for a few reasons. One, high cortisol. Two, fiber is sort of important. I mean, granted, not as important as people think it is. but it is important, and thus berries will be, kind of what I'll be eating. Basically, I'm going to be eating berries and meat. I'm going to be eating what everyone was eating 4,000 years ago, when we're hunter-gatherers. We'd eat meat and we ate berries. And then, and lastly is to get vitamin C. The only other way of getting vitamin C when you're only eating meat is through offal or organ meats, and I'm not fucking doing that because that shit tastes awful and is depressing. So the way I'll be getting my vitamin C and antioxidants and fiber, those three things, the only things that you'll actually miss out on from otherwise only eating meat, is by eating berries. And I like berries. They're expensive. It's going to be an expensive diet. But luckily, the surgery ended up being covered by Australian Medicare, so I'm not going to have to dish out thousands of dollars to go through private. In saying that, because it's Medicare, the doctor called me up today and said, yeah, or not today, a few days ago, he said, yeah, your surgery is going to be done by trainees, and that fucking sucks, because I don't want some, 20-year-old kid cutting my arm open and fucking snipping my radial nerve or my brachial artery or some shit. But anyway, carnivore it is. So I'll be tracking this and letting you guys know what happens. What happens to my energy levels, what happens to my, how my recovery goes. If my recovery is quicker than normal, that would be an interesting thing to take away from. See what happens to my body composition. I think I'm probably gonna get it leaner and smaller. I'm not gonna be as muscular. I'm not gonna be as full looking. My workouts are gonna suffer, but my workouts are gonna suffer regardless. So yeah, there's gonna be a very big difference in piss and vinegar for a little bit. I'm going to be doing a lot of leg days, a lot of right arm bicep and tricep work. I want to get my right arm to 18 inches over this process, just because I thought it'd be amusing to have one fucking crippling small arm and then one really big arm, and at least then I still have one really big arm, right? So I'm going to start training arms, probably twice or even maybe 3 times a week, under volume parameters, because I'm fucking terrified of tearing my right bicep, right? And yeah, it's just going to be a fucking shit show for a few months, but hang in there. This is an intermission, because, this is just life. Shit happens, and then you just got to fucking deal with it. And I'm sure I'll make it as interesting as I can. I'm going to do all kinds of experimentations throughout this period, because what else can I do? Like, I'm not gonna be making crazy gains, but I can definitely experiment with things and maybe find some things along the way, so that when I do get to hardcore piss and vinegar back in the saddle, a few months from now, I'll have a bunch of new things under my belt to work with, right? And one of those is going to be this carnivore diet. So far, so good. I'm just gonna call it caveman diet. I don't really like the diet. I'll be honest. I like carbs. Today was really tough, and meat doesn't fill me up. Everyone always says, meat's so thermogenic. Protein will fill you up. It's got more micronutrients. It's gonna fill you up. But I didn't get that I didn't get that at all. I've been starving all day, and the way I'm gonna do this diet is I'm just gonna eat as much as I want, basically. And if that puts me in a surplus, then so be it. I think I'll still look, I think I'll still get body composition. And I think there's a difference between, 2,000 calories of a normal diet and 2,000 calories of a carnivore diet. I think you can get away with more calories when you're not having inflammatory foods and like carbohydrates and insulin spikes and shit and water retention. So right now, just for the first few weeks, I'm just going to eat as much as I want, because I'm just fucking really hungry. And then hopefully I'll get used to the diet, and then I'll be able to go into a decent, I'll be in a maintenance for the most part. I'm not going to a deficit while I'm recovering from this injury, because you do not want to be in a calorie deficit when you're injured, because you're trying to recover your fucking injury, right? So you need nutrients, and hence why I'm doing this diet, is to get as much micronutrients as possible. But anyway, I'm fucking falling asleep on the microphone in my chair right now, so I'm going to cut it there. You guys can just watch the rest of my fucking workout and watch just some strange movements. I'll do triceps in a bit. So this is what you can see me doing here is, I just opened my eyes. What you can see me doing here is trying to train my pecs without having to use my bicep or grip. And I could do it, but then it was hurting my forearm. It was compressing my forearm really bad. And then also, again, when I'm in a sling or my biceps torn, I'm not risking this kind of shit. So this is all just, there was really no point to doing this other than trying to get one last workout in before my injury for my pecs, And then the triceps, I was doing tricep extensions. I can't fully extend my arms, so I was only doing half range of motion with the left. But overall, not the worst workout, I'm just trying to maintain. Anyway, that's it for today. There's another like few minutes on this video, so like enjoy the black and white aesthetics. See you guys for more Piss and Vinegar. Bye bye.